morning, everybody.
Hey,
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Boy, did I miss each and every one of you. So much. Missed you so much, I don't even want to be here because I can't take it. Good morning. We're back live after a week of fun in the sun for me.
Looked like you were having fun.
Do I look tan?
You look great, boss.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Except I got like one sliver of my body completely sunburned. And from the last day, I was under an umbrella drinking a fruity drink, and I guess part of my body was exposed to the sun, the rays of the sun, and got burnt over there. It's all right.
Yeah, that's no good.
Tough problem to have, man.
Yeah.
What was the fruitiest drink you had while you were there?
I don't know. There were a couple fruity drinks.
Yeah?
Not as in like gay fruity, but
I didn't know there were drinks that were.
well, I mean, if you see a man drinking a Sex on the Beach or a Cosmo,
You know he's got it figured out.
I think on vacation, anything goes.
I think so too.
Yeah,
You
I
think
agree.
so?
If you're at a resort in a tropical or a beautiful beach setting, anything goes.
I think so too.
You want an umbrella, you get it. You want what's that? A frozen strawberry daiquiri? You got it.
How
buddy.
about two?
You got it.
no, at the resort I stayed at, there were drinks of the day. So like, oh, what's the Monday drink of the day? Let's see what it is. It's pineapple and guava mixed with vodka. I don't know.
Sure.
With pineapple garnish. Okay, I'll have one of those.
That sounds great.
It was great.
What
Beachside.
is the difference between that and a Sex on the Beach?
I don't know.
Not a thing. Not
Not
one
a thing, probably.
That's what Sex on a Beach is?
No. I'm saying
as
the
far as-
comparison
If we're
of
being
the two.
particular, Sex on a Beach is rum with, usually Malibu rum, with orange juice and grenadine.
Okay.
You're
Thank
just
you,
talking
Sticks.
about. You're just talking about judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no! When you're on a
can't
resort
judge
like
me.
that, when you're
Yeah.
on a beach resort, I would think that all bets are off.
Heck yeah.
But if you're at a South City watering hole, watching the Blues game,
Sure, yeah.
with your buddies,
Hey, Cosmo, let's go.
We'll
Before
take
the second period,
everybody's
please.
drinking Bush Light, and
Yeah.
you go, I'll take a Cosmo,
Can I get a peach blow fizz, please, before the second period starts? Thanks.
and keep them coming. You're gonna get a couple looks.
Well,
honestly.
it was-
Hey, but you know what though? You do you.
Yeah, it reminds me
Whatever.
of we were at
No
some
judgments
we
here.
were at some gig at Hot Shots one time. I think it might have been a ladies' night, and there was just some guy there, and he had a basketball jersey on, tatted up, just hammered drunk, drinking white Zin. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he
I
was
heard
like-
him say, "What kind of white wine you guys have?" I think we have.
And he was torn up from the floor up, Moon. Like, I mean,
Nobody's ever asked for white wine here. Let me see what we got.
What's up,
We
bartender?
have a box of something in the back. I'm not sure what it is, but it's white.
Happy St. Pat's Day. I'll do 2 Irish car bombs and a Cosmo, please.
It just sounds weird.
And what do you want?
And a Chardonnay.
But I think the real story, but before I get into my Mexico trip, is Patrico's surgery.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main event, guys.
Yeah, well, yeah.
wow,
That's
look at
the
that.
main event.
The main
I
event.
think the main event.
All right.
Which was the procedure was done a week ago today,
Yeah, Monday.
on the 12th.
Yep.
And I was following your progress on social media.
Yeah.
Wished you luck on Sunday night. Sent you a text. And then I gave it a couple hours after the surgery was over on Monday to see if you were alive. And you were.
That was good. That was great. That was a good sign.
And I guess your description back to me, and I don't know if you posted this on social media that day, was, I guess, coming out of the anesthesia, you had an issue.
Yeah, twice. And coming out of anesthesia in the past, I tend to get sick. Like I tend, and they even put like some, I mean, it's like industrial strength nausea thing like behind my ear. There was a patch behind my ear for anti-nausea, and they were like, knowing your past and what you've said, like
You may be sick.
You're gonna get
You may
sick.
get sick.
Well, don't they have to flood you with more because you're a redhead? I know that sounds silly, but
That's part of it. Yeah, that's a lot of it. Well, when I got there and the anesthesiologist was talking to another anesthesiologist,
yeah.
they said, Wow, we got a big guy and a redhead. This is great.
I was gonna say,
And I was
They had,
like,
to get
"Well,
two,
right."
they had to get 2 anesthesiologists on you.
Well, it was like the main boss and then the one that was actually doing the procedure. So
Yeah.
like the overseer and then the
a
one
big
that was,
redheaded guy is like Skeletor to these
Yeah.
anesthesists.
So on Sunday,
anesthesiologists.
Sunday, the day prior to the surgery, which
Yeah.
which was laparoscopic, and
Yeah.
I saw the holes. I guess they put 6 holes in you,
Yeah, I got 6 holes.
which is
yeah.
amazing technology nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, for this gastric sleeve, they don't actually have to slice you open.
Yeah, I mean, hell, 10 years ago, they would cut you from almost sternum to past your belly button. And that's how they would do the surgery. Like, it was that.
I say from
ridiculous.
nips to nuts.
Yeah,
Sure, that's
yeah.
another way of. I think that's the
You got
medical.
it.
That's the medical term. Yeah.
That's what you say, huh? That's what I'll say too. Then.
So I mean, they basically put 6 probes in you that do the surgery,
Mhm.
and they watch through a computer monitor. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing. So the Sunday prior to the surgery Monday,
Yeah.
what was your prep like?
I couldn't eat or drink anything after midnight, which was not a problem because I was on the
Like
liquid
a
diet.
gremlin.
Because I was on the liquid diet. Before I went to bed, I had to drink 24 ounces of lemon lime Gatorade.
Uh-huh.
They basically said, you know how runners carbo load?
Yeah.
That was what they did. That's what
Okay.
that was for. I had to take a shower, wash my belly with the whatever stuffed antibacterial soap.
He did
Go
he did the vasectomy prescription too. The 30
Yeah.
Joes.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
Joe 30 times.
Then I went to bed, and then I had to be there at 6:00 for a 7:30 scheduled surgery. But 4 hours prior to that, I had to wake up and drink 24 more ounces of that Gatorade.
Jeez.
So I got up at 3:30, drank the
you start
Gatorade,
Did you start chugging
the
Gatorade?
24 ounces of Gatorade, and then
How much did you have to pee? A lot?
Not really. 24 ounces is not that much. I mean, it's
Yeah, it
To
is,
a-
man.
I mean, it's
To a
this.
human,
It's
not to
this.
you.
To a human, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
To not urinate after that?
I'm like a puppy.
Yeah,
if
but
I
I mean,
drink that,
I
gotta
gotta
go
pee
now.
looking at that.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I did not have to pee. I didn't have to pee before that.
But that's because you're Superman.
That's probably because I'm Superman.
So
So
you went in.
then I went in and
So you went in. Okay, you got there at 6.
got there at 6 a.m. Checked
Okay.
in
Checked
by
in, put the gown on.
no. Got there at 6. I was back in the room by like 6:45, 7 o'clock. But
You
yeah,
put the gown on.
Mhm.
Did you ask if anybody died in it?
no, I did not. I didn't even think about that.
They're gonna look at you and go, "Yeah."
I didn't even think about that.
Chances are.
Did you have to shave yourself, or did they shave you?
My belly,
Yeah.
they shaved me.
Yeah.
I
Might
was
as well take the cut. You're paying for it.
It said in my instructions, do not shave
Yeah,
your
well,
area.
when I had my umbilical thing, they said, do not shave yourself. Somebody will shave you. I
And
said,
you know why they
"Great."
do that, right? I asked why. It's because if you use a real crappy razor and you cut yourself and it gets infected, or you do something, that may prevent them from doing surgery. So that's why let them do it with all their sterile equipment.
Sure. So did the guy, was it a guy that came in?
It was a lady at first.
Okay, so when,
But I was out when they shaved me.
oh, you were out?
Yeah, I was out.
Oh,
bummer.
Oh man, I hate falling asleep when somebody's shaving me.
I was out. I went in
They draw a
there.
little highway.
I went in there with a full shirt. I came out with a bikini top. So
Yes.
Because when I was shaved for my thing, you know, I was already in the gown, and they said, pull up your gown, and obviously nothing underneath.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I guess here we go.
oh yeah.
There's today's first visual that won't get out of my head.
There was a point where C's and B's were exposed.
Oh boy.
You're
Where
kidding.
and they took a warm towel and they kind of like draped it like it was like just a loincloth kind of, but yeah. Yeah, because they had to put like monitors on my chest and stuff.
You've
so.
had surgery before, and we've all had surgeries before.
Sure.
You know this, the point before the surgery where they point and laugh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens to me.
And then
every
one
time.
guy, and then the
Oh,
one,
it is
the,
cold in here.
and then the one guy goes like this. The one guy goes beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop.
That's standard.
And then there's the one guy that goes too far. That goes testing 1 2 3 testing.
That's standard before every surgery,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
At least every one that I've had.
So much fun. I think that's a Missouri thing.
So stupid.
So you were out. So they shaved you when you were out.
Out.
Oh, wow.
Gone.
They also shaved your mustache.
Well, I did that.
You did?
When I came in, they were like, so she starts talking about all the what's going to happen. We're going to put it in your IV. You're going to count to 10. You'll get to 7. You'll be sleeping. Blah 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 blah. And she goes, "Dude, your beard." And I go, "What's up?" And she goes, "It's got to go." And I go, "You got to be kidding me." And she's like, "Here's the thing. We put a breathing tube down."
Yeah.
and she's like, we got to tape it to your face. With your beard, there's going to be nowhere where I can tape it. And I go, huh? And she goes, you're going to have to shave it. And I go, I'll shave the mustache off and bring it down a little bit. I go, but I'm not going to shave the beard. And she goes, what if I tell you that it's life or death? I go, well, then obviously I'm going to shave the beard.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I will tell you this. She goes, if something happens and I have to mask you, I'm going to shave your beard. And I go, well, that's fine. And so I did some trim work.
Even on the off chance of, what if something were to go wrong?
Then she would have shaved it. But
but to save precious moments. Wait,
Moments?
hang on, guys.
That would take so many minutes.
no, wouldn't have. They
He's
would've went,
flatlining. Get
done.
the shaving cream. He's flatlining.
Well, here's the funnier part. Here's the funnier part. So she walks
Nothing
out.
funny about that.
Give him some chops.
She walks out, and I shave
like
everything
Martin
down.
Van Buren.
But he's alive. Damn it, he's
dying.
alive.
Give him the Sherman.
So I shaved down and everything, and she walks out, and the guy that's actually doing the anesthesia procedure, who's going to be in the room, he goes, did you just shave? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, why? And I was like, oh, well, she told me to shave. And he goes, that's my boss. And I go, well, apparently because if I want to be masked, and he goes, dude, he goes, we could have done whatever needed. He goes, it would just hurt like hell when we ripped the tape off. So it was more like for me, not for them.
Because
it was a for me thing.
The look now, I'm not sure what's happening.
Oh, I like it.
Give it 2 days.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at how much has already grown
Give
back.
it 2 days and it'll be
Well, it looks
full
like
mustache.
he drank some chocolate milk.
No.
Get out of here. My mustache is almost fuller than yours is right now.
Yeah, but I don't have a full beard to go along with it.
Yeah, but it's the holiday. This is exactly
It
St.
does
Patty's
look
Day
like
weekend.
St. Patty's Day, yeah.
He was built for it.
When I saw my dad yesterday, he goes, hello, Brother Hezekiah.
I think you look good, buddy.
Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure my dad thinks that the look that I have right now is quote-unquote Yamish, not Amish.
Oh,
That's a
boy.
different story.
That's-
He goes, you got the Yamish look going.
Just with
I was
that
like,
look,
Dad.
I saw him build a house yesterday with no nails.
They use nails, you know. You look good, man. You look good.
Thanks, buddy.
The
Appreciate
picture
it,
that
man.
you posted was funny looking.
Oh.
With the no
With
thing, just
like
because we're
freshly
used to it.
shaved? Yeah.
Yeah, but you look fine.
And I don't want to do this every single day until there's a really good number, but just from the liquid diet and the surgery and then the liquid diet so far, what are you down?
So the 26th was when I started
Well,
the
we're
liquid
gonna get
diet.
there. We're gonna get
Oh,
there.
okay.
right.
Sorry.
We're working up there.
My
We're
apologies.
working.
Let me
We're
get the
back.
cart back
Yeah.
behind the horse.
He's already
Sorry.
doing the
We're working
team.
up there. We're on the shaving portion of the story.
You didn't get the table of contents? It's shaving?
Chapter 3.
So you were out when they did the shaving
Yes.
of your belly.
Mhm.
When they put you out,
Yeah.
were you in your room or they wheeled you?
So I was in a room, and he goes, I'm going to give you this in your IV. Gonna make you feel a little loopy. This is not what puts you to sleep. You're going to start feeling real good right away. And I go, all right. And he goes, you probably won't remember going into the room at all. And I go, all right, whatever. He puts it in, and I start laughing.
Yeah.
And my wife, I look at her, and she goes, bye. And I go, love you. And then I remember, it's basically like I was hammered. Because I remember being in a hallway.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
Oh, that's the best, isn't
I
it?
remember being in a room. I
That
remember
part of it.
I remember laying straight back and seeing bright lights on me, but I can't, like, if they said, how many people were standing above you? Not a clue. Like, I don't remember any details. I just remember things. And then he goes, I do remember this. I remember somebody going, night, night. And then,
That's
whoop,
it.
and then I woke up.
Boy, that
Wow.
moment.
Yes. Gosh.
That moment. And by the way, that moment, the moment right before you go out.
It's the best.
It's the, and that's what killed Michael Jackson, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
The chasing of that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he was doing that propofol stuff,
Yeah.
which I'm not sure if that's what they give you.
Yeah, no.
But that's the stuff they give you, I think, prior to surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I had told myself, too, like, internally, before he goes, hey, I'm going to put this in and you're going to start feeling loopy. Internally, I went, I'm fighting this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
fighting
can.
it. And as soon as he put me in the room, I heard night, night, and I went, nah.
You didn't have to count.
No. Because I think I was so messed up already when I got put in the room, that they knew, like, I couldn't even count.
Good for you.
So you're out. How long's the surgery?
60 to 90 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's
Yeah.
not bad at all. And they removed 80% of your stomach.
And I think I went into the room at 8:30. By the time I came out of anesthesia and everything, I think it was like 10:50. So it was a little bit longer, but I mean, I don't know how long I was in recovery still, trying to come to. I do remember that it wasn't dicey, but I remember them continually coming over to me at recovery going, "You've got to get your breathing together."
Ooh.
Because I kept falling back asleep, and they wanted deep, long breaths, and I was not coming out of anesthesia very well.
Wow.
So
Took a little longer because they're like, good God, we're going around a basketball-sized bladder. This guy hasn't peed in a week.
they're like, somebody wake up King Kong over there.
It's bad when they come in, they go, call it.
Yeah, I'm laying there. There's a sheet over my head.
Was
I'm
there
like,
a
"What's
priest in there
happening?"
going, you have all your affairs in order? And all right, so I'm sure you're on morphine or whatever it is.
Yeah, I was
pain management.
I was super loopy. I really wasn't sure.
And
what
then
was happening.
did you start vomiting?
Well, not until they moved me. Like, I guess the getting things shaking and going from wheeling me into the elevator up to the room, into my room, literally right outside of my room. I looked at the woman who I know is a volunteer. She's not a nurse or anything that was transporting me. I looked at her. I said, "I'm gonna get sick," and she handed me a pan, and I threw up, and it was straight blood. And it was terrifying.
Oh my God!
And it was terrifying.
Was
And
your wife in the room with you there?
No, not yet. And
Just from the tube, you mean?
Yeah.
If I would have seen that, I would have fainted.
Well, the woman that was transporting me was on the phone talking to somebody, and then I did that, and she immediately put down her phone and picked up her walkie, and I just heard the fear in her voice. She goes, "He's throwing up. It's blood. It's blood." And I was like, and I'm just holding a pan, like showing it to people, like,
Is this supposed to happen?
What's happening?
And basically, it's from the tube going, being shoved in and coming out.
Well, also them cutting your stomach.
And the fact that my stomach just had surgery, it's all connected.
So how many times did you vomit blood?
Twice.
Oh boy.
The first time was bad. The second time not so bad, but it was definitely terrifying. And then after that, I had no more nausea at all.
That's
period.
it.
Yeah.
And you were in how much pain?
It was not fun. I mean, that's for sure.
While you were in the hospital. So you were in the hospital
Monday
on the owie scale.
On a scale of 1 to 10 owies, I was about a 7 or an 8 owie.
That's pretty serious.
And that's Monday. And then Tuesday.
Tuesday was the turn. Tuesday, after I got like a good 5 hours of sleep.
They gave you a little something to sleep?
Just the pain medicine. And I stopped taking the pain medicine in the hospital.
You know why? Because you're a man.
No, because every time I took it, it worked, but it just put me to sleep. That's all it did. Like, I went immediately night-night. So
you have the button?
No. It was like shots. Like it's liquid, whatever it is.
Morphine?
Vicodin, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And
liquid fast forward button.
Yeah, don't do it. But once I got up and started walking around, that's when I started to feel better.
That's good.
Now I will tell you this though: the best relief that I got the entire time is when I tooted, and it was the first toot. I mean, it could have brought down the hospital. And it was a walking toot. So as it was romp 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 romp.
Did you crop dust somebody, or were
I
you
crop
just in your
dusted
room?
all of floor
Well,
400.
You know why? Isn't it because right before they do that, they puff up your belly, fill
Oh yeah,
with
the
air.
very first picture that my wife took of me from when she came in the room, my stomach looked like I was 12 months pregnant.
Yeah, when they do the orthoscopic, they blow you up full of air so they can work easier, and it makes you the most gas filled. I mean, you're a balloon. You're a walking balloon. You got to let it out somewhere.
And I still have some of the gas
but I don't
issues.
think it would be. I don't think it'd be tooting the smell because he hasn't eaten anything.
There was no smell.
It's air.
You smell
There
like
was no
Gatorade.
smell.
It's actually air. It's not methane.
It's like
it's whatever
protein powder.
Yeah, I think it's just sterile air.
Yeah, air.
I'm trying to see if I have a picture of when it was. I don't think I do.
When you tooted the first time?
No. When it was all blown up. I think my wife has that picture.
That's good.
This is part of it. I mean, you could see.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your belly.
Yeah.
What's it matter? It's a belly.
That's a picture from 4 months ago. But
You
still.
saw hundreds of them on vacation.
Am I wrong by saying when you see somebody's nipples for the first time, man or woman?
It changes you.
There's no
totally changes
nipples.
you.
I
It's a
never
relationship
posted any
changer.
nipples
You definitely
here.
associate it with their face. Every time
Yeah.
you see their face,
It's a relationship
after that,
changer.
you're like, I know what your nipples.
Yeah,
look
I mean, look at the four of us in here. The first time that we did a punishment or whatever where we had to have our shirt off, it totally changes. It totally changes.
I think it brought us
you.
together.
It really does.
It brought us more together. So you went home on Tuesday afternoon?
Yeah, Tuesday at like 2 o'clock. Oh,
And
I
it
forgot
was-
about that. I threw up on the way home too.
Oh, cool.
But again, that was from the car ride, and they said that was expected.
Because your wife was driving you? Is that what you're saying?
No, it was my mom. But
Oh.
yeah.
So you get home on Tuesday afternoon,
hmm
and then it's bed rest.
Yeah, then well, actually, it's anti-bed rest. They
Oh,
want you. They want you up and
moving
walking.
around, huh?
They want you walking more than you've ever walked before. So I paced my house. I walked up and down the driveway 100 times. I walked around my backyard with the dogs like 100 times.
That's good.
Yeah.
So because
Get you up and moving.
because that helps get the gases out.
So just
So.
tooting all over your neighborhood.
Tooting all over. And I had that breathing
It's a little
thing.
travel too.
You've all seen it. Everybody's seen it at some point if you've gone to your grandma or grandpa's house. The thing where you suck in and it takes the ball and you have to balance it while the thing goes up.
Oh, sure.
I never knew what the hell that was for, but now I found out.
When I was training to be an astronaut.
That's right. I remember
lung,
that.
Lung
Yep.
capacity.
Yeah, it's basically to prevent you from having pneumonia, and I had to do that 10 times a day. So yeah,
And then
Yeah.
you were back to driving on Thursday, was it?
Friday. Thursday I attempted to drive. Friday I attempted to drive, and then Saturday I was driving. So
Got you. And here we are, back on Monday.
here we are, man.
Just like that. The man has 80% of his stomach removed.
Mhm.
This guy right here, I'm looking at him.
I've been talking
Looking
with.
at you.
I've been in a couple groups where like I've been talking to people that have done the surgery before, and I know somebody that that had an office job, literally sat at a desk, and they had surgery, and they were mandated to take 6 weeks off.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, and normally they suggest 2 to 3 weeks.
And
off.
how do you feel?
On a scale of 1 to 10 hours, I'm at about a 1.5, maybe a 2 hour.
Oh, wow. That's
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, like I may not sit as much. Like sitting isn't the best. Like I'll stand up a little bit, maybe move around. But yeah, I mean I feel really good, and I haven't had pain medicine since Tuesday.
Look at you.
So
What'd you do with all that extra pain?
I have it, Jeff. I have it at
I
home.
don't want it to get in the
I have it
wrong
at home.
hands. I don't want it to get in the hands of
You
the
should
kids.
bring it to your local police precinct to dispose of it properly.
Yes, that's what I will do.
Okay?
That's all I was getting at.
Thank you, Jeff.
Sure.
Always looking out for the kids.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Have you had a bowel movement yet?
Yeah, a bunch. Yeah,
Asking for a friend?
it's fine. It's okay. It's. I will say the one thing they always say. They say that it's gonna that changes.
Uh-huh.
And what changes is right now, like I can't push.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't
So
do
like
it.
Don't
I
push.
so
Don't
I have to
strain.
I have to let it
Don't
happen.
strain.
Let it happen.
There's
Let
a
her
lot
go.
of times
Don't strain.
where I basically sit down to pee and toot. Like like that's
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, let it do you. You don't need to do it.
No.
yeah, like I mean, there's, that's it.
Ow. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Then I'm like, I'm done.
Don't strain.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
And with all that's said and done, 2 weeks prior
Yeah, the
The
26th
surgery-
is when it started.
was the liquid diet. And then this week it's liquids. Next week it's liquids.
I have a doctor's appointment today, and hopefully I get cleared for stage 2, which is like mashed potatoes,
Oh,
Damn,
wow.
dude.
moist scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Does your wife have to baby bird stuff?
No. Dude, I'm telling you, since Monday, since the surgery, I have had 11 protein shakes. That's it. And then just a ridiculous amount of water.
All right, so you started your journey weighing how much?
I hate this number
Why?
because I had
This is
I know.
This
So
is
I had
triumph
I
right
had
here.
I had the binge weekend, okay? My binge weekend, which is I ate everything in sight. And when I weighed in before the liquid diet, it was 393.
393.
Yeah.
Is that your heaviest ever?
Ever, dude.
Okay.
Ever.
So
I put
just
on
about
I put on 7 pounds in 2
so
days.
just about 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So 393.
Mm-hmm.
And today you're down to?
I'm gonna write down a guess.
349.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
For
great.
you, man.
Yeah.
You know what? My wife and I saw a picture of you that you had posted. I think you were at the motocross
Oh yeah.
down at the Dome.
Yeah.
And you looked thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You did look thinner.
I feel incredible. So in June, I went and I bought a new DJ button-down black dress shirt.
Mhm.
And when I wore that in June, I went, these buttons are putting in overtime. Like they were working to its fullest extent. It was ridiculous. And I hadn't worn that shirt since. I wore it on Saturday, and it was a little loose.
That's great,
Nice.
man. Those are the steps you need.
So, Moon, here's what I want to do. I want to start slowly removing some of these fat Patrico going into traffic drops.
Oh, okay.
Slowly removing them.
Like one a week.
Maybe like 2 a week.
Okay, I was gonna say because it's gonna take a few years if we.
So as you lose weight, some of these things come
All
out.
right, great. That works.
Yeah, I like
Take
it.
one out every 10 pounds or something like that, or every 5 pounds.
You know, the ones that are like,
What is your problem, fat man?
I mean, stuff like that, or stuff like,
I'm just a fat little man, a fat, ugly man.
I mean, stuff like that.
You can leave
that's
the
a
ugly
recipe for
one.
trouble.
See,
Like,
that one
keep
could
that.
stay
Like,
in.
keep
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I'll keep that one.
Like, that's all right.
Time to do what I do best. Ruin it for everybody.
Like, that's okay.
Staying
That
too.
one's
Sorry,
okay.
buddy.
Enjoy being single for life, you whale.
I don't know. That's your dad.
We could cut that one in half.
We could talk about that one.
Yeah.
What is your problem, fat
We
man?
already played that one.
What is
Of
your
all the
problem,
idiots,
man?
in all the idiot
this one
villages,
stays.
in all the idiot worlds, you stand alone, my friend.
Like, that doesn't change.
Yeah, because this isn't going to change your IQ, right?
No.
Yeah.
I had a buddy. I had a
Is
buddy
that
that I
any
haven't.
personality shifts.
I had a buddy that I haven't talked to in years. Like literally haven't talked to him since my
Oh,
days.
and now that you lost weight, he's getting a hold of you.
Back in your
no.
life.
Wow,
Huh?
that's
Stop
real
it.
cool.
Stop it.
Hitting you up for money now.
Judgmental jackass.
I haven't seen this guy since my days like SIUE, and he sent me a link to a clip from The Office of Steve Carell, basically going off on a guy going, "Dude, seriously, why do you even exist? Just get out of my life forever." And that's all it was. Like it was a text from him that was like, "Hey man, thought of you," and sent it to me.
Why don't you pull that?
And I was like,
Moon?
"Hey, what the
yeah.
hell is
That
this?"
one still works.
Can you
yeah,
ask him what
see?
episode that's
Yeah, ask him what episode.
Just forward
Season
that.
episode, and then we'll
You'll have
figure
to
it out
just
from
look
there.
up Steve Carell Lemonhead. That's what-
All right. You're going to get it, buddy.
So that's great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Down to 149 already. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down over here. I wasn't sure.
And I need to. I'm excited to start eating food again, because that's when it's really gonna like, the real test is gonna be, because it's crazy. Like now I'm actually in it. Like I basically am eating sugar free for the rest of my
you
life.
made it. I mean, you made it this far
Yeah.
just with the liquids,
Mhm.
which is a testament to your
Yeah,
wanting to do this.
yeah, and yesterday was the first time I felt hungry,
Hmm.
since the surgery.
That's good.
Which they say a lot of it's head hunger, but like, it's the first time I was like, man, my stomach kind of feels empty.
So I mean, that was your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So and you scheduled the surgery around when we were going to be off.
Right.
Moon went to Utah,
Yeah.
spent some time in the mountains.
I had the greatest time of my life. It was incredible.
Greatest time of your life, huh?
I mean, yeah, sure, up there. Yeah, probably top 3.
Huh.
I mean, it was
Stay in a tent.
No, I didn't do a tent this time. Just did like some off Main Street motel type vibes, but we did four national parks and 3 state parks, and averaged about 10 to 13 miles of hiking a day, and that's like strenuous hikes, like the orange level, that kind of vibe. We did some side by side, like 4-wheeling up on slick rocks and
Oh,
stuff.
4-wheeling.
Dude, you
Yes.
That's fun.
4-wheeling is great.
It was the most fun ever. I mean, it really was, and it's some of the most beautiful parts of this earth you will ever see. And it's springtime, so it's not flooded with people, and it's not desert hot yet. But it was
Just right.
It was.
You have to wear a
perfection.
jacket.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like a vest and that kind of stuff. But you're hiking, so you're
Yeah,
raising your temperature. It was like 50 degrees, which is perfect. So it was the best.
Well, I did some jet skiing. Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, who doesn't love jet skiing?
Monsters.
Find me that person.
I've never
and man,
gone.
The guy that was operating the parasailing on the beach, this man harassed me every day.
Blonde hair, blue eyes,
Nope.
business degree.
Nope.
Interesting.
Come on, parasailing today? Nope. Unregulated.
I was gonna say at least that's
Excuse
one
me,
thing
is
that's
it regulated?
regulated down
Yes.
there.
It's an unregulated
A
industry.
lot of checks and balances, a lot of safety
Nope.
concerns. Nope.
It's what you call Mexico safe.
Did you ask to see the sign that said, how many days since the last incident?
There was no sun. We have insurance, Mr. Riz. No, I don't care.
You need a parasail.
No, I'm not parasailing.
It is fun. It is incredible. Once you do it, you're like, all right, I'll take the risk.
It's a risk reward kind of thing.
Well, I'm telling you, the reward is spectacular.
I'll take my chances jet skiing.
That's probably more dangerous to be honest. Maybe not. I'm just. The guy paid me to try to get you to do it next
when
time.
the twine they use snaps and I'm flying over the hotel.
That happens rarely.
When you're smashing in the side of secrets.
I did think of you, Moon, when we arrived at the Cancun airport.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to Cancun.
Yes, a bunch of times.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went? Because they redid the airport.
18 years ago.
The airport in Cancun is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago since I was there.
I mean, it's clean. It's modern. They have good restaurants there. It's everything that St. Louis Lambert is not.
Wow.
Do they still have Bubba Gump? Do they still have Bubba Gumps there?
I was at the Southwest
That's where we were.
Terminal 4.
That's where we were.
They have a Guy Fieri's Flavortown market there.
Well, surprised you came
They
home.
have a whole bunch of decent restaurants. Oh, of course, Margaritaville.
Well, yeah.
Gotta have one of those.
Yeah. We ate at Bubba Gump's when we were at Cancun
I think
airport.
they redid it since.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, everything in the airport is gorgeous. Once you leave the airport, it's, the surrounding areas is abject poverty.
Right. Yeah.
They must have pooled all the resources and made it. Well, I mean, think about it. All the tourism.
Yeah.
All the tourists going to, flying to Cancun. That airport, it's nice.
Yeah, they're just concerned about getting you from the airport to your resort. They don't care about the surrounding area of the airport. Yeah.
As I said, modern, just gorgeous.
2017 they redid it.
Yeah.
So that was last year.
Whew. I thought of Moon as I was going through. I'm like, wow, this is a country's and city's best foot forward. Yeah. You arrive in a Cancun, you go, wow, nice.
Good first impression.
Good first impression. And how lasting is it? It's forever.
Yeah.
It's forever. I'll tell you this later. We stayed at 2 different resorts. The first resort we stayed at, and there's a reason why we stayed at 2 different resorts. If you remember last year, we went to this one place in Cancun, this resort, which was overrun by high school spring breakers. And it was amateur hour. It was, oh my God, first time drinking.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can't handle my liquor. Drinking age is 18. Great. And we had a room with one of those pools outside, and kids were flicking cigarette butts in the pool and vomiting off balconies and up all hours of the night, 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I'm with little kids. My kids were with us. Cursing, screaming, puking.
Your kids were. Oh, you
No,
meant
I'm
the
talking
other
about the
kids.
high school spring breakers.
Gotcha.
So what they did was they moved us to a different resort. This was last year. Moved us to a different resort and gave us, if we used them within the year, 3 free nights. So we stayed at this first resort for free this trip. And then we moved to a different resort. And I'll tell you what happened when we got to that new resort. This time. Oh, boy. I mean, it was all right. I mean, it was okay. Well, I'll give you details next.
And now, here is today's Mattress Direct Team Riz member of the day.
First, we got to do this. Today's Team Riz member of the day, brought to you by Mattress Direct, is from St. Anne, Missouri. It's Justin Ortiz.
Oh, way to go, Justin.
Yeah. That's how I roll my R there.
Yeah.
Ortiz.
Noticed.
Spent a week in Mexico, guys. Justin has been listening to The Point for years. He is a city semi-driver and works on the dock in the morning, so he listens to the podcast every day in the afternoon to catch up on everything. He's been to a bunch of Hot Shots events over the years, a few Point Fests, and he finally had the chance to meet King Scott at Shamrocks to complete the, quote, cycle of the cast from the Riz Show.
Heck yeah.
And he said it would be an honor to be a member and wear the official Team Riz jersey. Well, you got it, buddy. Justin Ortiz from St. Anne. The Team Riz member of the day gets a super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. I got to take a break at 6:42. On this Monday, first look at the traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
No!
God! No, God,
Staying.
please, no! No! No!
Coming at you.
Your Point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com, eastbound 44 at Murdoch. A disabled vehicle there is on the shoulder. Your Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, rain and around 54 the high. Tonight, some more rain showers possible. Mid-30s for the low. Right now, it is 43 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by BP Gasoline. At BP, they believe a little brightness goes a long way. Stop in, fuel up, and take off on your next big or little adventure. BP, every day brighter.
All right, our phone number 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. On the socials, at RIZZ Show. And your emails, RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. Sexy Time fun facts later on. Also, sex toy of the week. Crab on celebrities after the break. Jeff, what do you got?
Did you get your Avengers ticket to the new Avengers movie? They are selling out. Well, you may have missed out then. Also, Monty Python's Terry Gilliam says some really dumb things, and another early 90s reboot is coming.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays and the porno birthday next in your Crab on Celebrities. All right, here's why Mattress Direct is awesome. So they started their factory direct showrooms in St. Louis, so you could order the same brand name mattresses they show in retail stores direct from the factory. And here's the thing, that guarantees you the lowest price because you are basically cutting out the middleman. So getting a great night's sleep, I mean, it's cheaper than ever.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what's funny is you sit there and you may think to yourself, like, if you're staying at a hotel, that you're getting a better night's sleep. You know how people say, like, oh, this bed is just so miraculous. Well, a lot of that is true because the bed you're sleeping on at some of the nicer hotels, like Bellagio, okay, it's a really nice mattress.
Like in Vegas, yes.
Yeah, and now Mattress Direct is carrying that mattress so you can have that sleep every single day instead of just when you go spend a bunch of money at a fancy hotel.
Well, how about just this? The Serta Perfect Sleeper mattress, get it at Mattress Direct for $195.
Wow.
Or the premium Serta Hybrid for only $995, which usually costs almost $2,000 at the furniture stores around town.
Yeah, you're saving 60, 70, 80% on these mattresses, and that's because you're buying direct.
So you got to go to any one of the 18 St. Louis area showrooms and start getting the sleep you deserve. Sleep rules, get some at Mattress Direct, stlmattressdirect.com.
You know, we were off for a week, but some things don't change. Metro PCS's best free phone event ever is still around. It's going for probably another week. So if you are looking for this, do it soon. You can choose from more amazing phones than ever before. It's what they've done before, just more phones. Great brands still like Samsung and LG, but you walk into Metro PCS, you ask for a best free phone event ever promotion, and that's what you get to choose from. And then you're on that unlimited, you're on that network that covers 99% of the people in the United States. You got unlimited LTE plan as well. And again, you choose from awesome free phones valued up to $399. And again, it's the phone you've always wanted on a network that covers 99% of the people in the United States and unlimited LTE plan as well. So it's not a good deal, it's a great deal. Great deals don't last forever, so do this very soon. It would make sense to go to your nearest Metro PCS store and ask for the best free phone event ever. That is Metro PCS, wireless figured out.
The Rizzuto Show.
All right, welcome back. So I mentioned before the break, so we got 3 free nights at this resort in Mexico in Cancun. And it was from what happened last year with the Spring Breakers. And it was like a spring break high school group from, I think it was like Tennessee or something. And these kids, it was clearly, hey, the parents aren't watching. The age to drink is 18 here. We're doing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, in fact, the resort stopped handing out shots because of them.
Oh, Jesus. That's awesome.
They stopped handing out shots. No shots because of the kids. No shots because of the kids. It is funny at these resorts because we put our kids in like what they call the Explorers Club for, a couple hours a day. The Explorers Club is the parents want a little alone time, so it's like a kids club. And they have fun. They have activities, and my kids loved it. In fact, they wanted to spend more time there than with us, which was fun.
Didn't fight them on it?
No, but it's really – imagine going to pick your kids up from daycare holding a mixed drink.
Yeah, I was just going to say. I'm like, I don't want to go with them. They just want to sleep on the beach with drinks in their hand.
So it's acceptable at one of these all-inclusive vacation places to go pick up your kids holding a drink and them not call the cops on you.
I'll be honest, I'm still sort of blown away that you went with your kids to there.
Where am I going to put them? They can't stay home alone.
No. I'm not saying, like, if you would go to a vacation, like, you'd go, hey, kids, we're going to vacation. We rented a house in Florida, and we're going to do the Disney thing, and we're doing this.
Yeah, like an indoor water park.
Yeah, like all-inclusive resort. I don't think of, like, if somebody said, hey, man, we're going to an all-inclusive resort. You're coming with. I'd be like, hell yeah. And they'd be like, bring your kids. I'd go, hell no.
There's plenty of activities for the kids. There are different resorts depending on how old your kids are. There are adults-only resorts.
Oh, I totally get it. And I totally understand that people do it. And
this was a Dreams resort.
Yeah.
So it had a water park for the kids, beach activities for the kids, the kids club for the kids.
Yeah. Oh, I totally get it. I'm more surprised that you did that. Like, I would think that you would, like, if you were going to go to an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, you'd want it just to be you and your wife. And I know that's what you would want.
Yeah, of course I'd want that.
But I'm saying, like, I would think that if you would take your family on a vacation, you'd do the more Disney thing.
Going back to the East Coast to drop the kids off with the grandparents, adding another expense onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Plane tickets are expensive.
Got yourself a babysitter sitting in Eureka right down the road, man.
You want my kids for a week?
Drop them off, man, yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably keep an eye on them.
What do you think? Maybe a year or two, and you could start using the neighbors for that.
All right. Well, our neighbors across the street went with us, and they're their kids, which was good because the kids kind of played with each other when they were not in the kids club and left us alone for the most part. So we go to the first resort, 3 nights there, and then take a cab to another resort about an hour away. Gorgeous place. Gorgeous place. We'd stayed there last year, too. We get there. Cab drops us off. The bell guy takes our bags to the room. We go to check in. Oh, hello, Mr. Riz. Good to see you back. Where are you from again? Oh, I'm from St. Louis. Oh, Mr. Riz, there's a lot of people from St. Louis on this resort.
Oh, boy.
And then I start looking around. And I see white tank tops, teenagers wearing them. It says, Spring Break 2018. I see 1 tank top and 2 tank tops and 3 tank tops and 4 tank tops, all saying the same thing, Spring Break 2018. And there's another 2 over there. And there are 3 at the bar. And there are 3 behind me. Spring Break 2018, Lafayette High School.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Lafayette High School, Wildwood, Missouri. Right up the street from where I live.
Yep. Travel a long way to see your neighbors. Wow.
75 kids from Lafayette High School and their parents on the resort. And I'll say, and parents, listen up. Parents who have kids at Lafayette High School, those kids were some of the most well-behaved kids I think I've ever seen.
Wow.
I've ever seen.
Really?
As far as controlling themselves, not disrupting the flow of things, not disrupting other guests.
Go Lancers or Knights or whatever they are.
Wow. Surprising and that's very happy to hear. I'm very happy to hear that.
Very well behaved.
Good on you.
Kept to themselves.
Good on you, Lafayette.
The parents that I had met, I was wearing a blues. You know, it's so funny. I was wearing a blues hat as I was walking down towards the check-in, not knowing there were all these St. Louis people at the resort. Somebody walks past me, and they go, "Hey, go Blues!" You know what I said? "Thank you." Which, what?
All right.
What?
Do it too.
What? I was so taken aback. Hey, go Blues! Thank you. What?
Like you're in upper management or something.
I wanted to walk right off the resort. Honestly, I wanted
Just straight into the ocean.
Where's Riz? He's
I
in
wanted,
the cab.
I wanted to tie a cinder block around my ankle and walk right into the ocean.
Blues, thank you.
Hey, go Blues! Thank you. Crap. I blew it.
Oh man.
Hopefully, I won't see you.
So
Hopefully, I won't see you on the resort.
While that was a good experience, or at least not a bad experience with the Lafayette dudes, are you going to change the time of the year because it's 2 years?
No, because I got spring break for my kids. That's when I could go away.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, do you not go to somewhere where it's a big spring break party? You know.
Listen, obviously, going to Cancun during spring break is going to be.
You know what you're going. You know what you're getting yourself into, or possibly at least.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I was out in the mountains in Utah, and there was this hike that's one of the most famous hikes on earth. It's one of the most dangerous and scary hikes. You're climbing these things. You got to hold on to chains. There's a 1,000-foot drop on both sides. It's one way, and people die there every month. A 13-year-old died last month. We were going to do this.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, great to bring the kids.
No. But what I'm telling you is, we get up to the top, and we start on the chain part. And guys, it is like, I love heights. I love this stuff. I freaked out because there were so many people, and mostly college kids on spring break.
Yeah.
All over. And I'm sorry, I'm not putting my life in danger or in the hands of some 18-year-old kid coming down these chains. It's like, woohoo, like I'm invincible. Right. So I turned around, I was like, I'm not doing this with this many people. There were 200-something people up there, and most of them were in the same T-shirts. They were in groups.
Yeah, that's what this was.
Spring break
2018, Lafayette High School. Woo!
Yeah, that's international. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to find spring breakers.
Yeah, and you know what I'm thinking? This was, this wasn't a budget resort.
Right.
I mean, it was pretty nice. So I mean, that alone keeps away some of the riffraff as far as the big time partiers.
Sure.
But again, they were very, very, very well behaved from what I saw.
Sure.
And if they're not disrupting me or pissing me off, then we got to win.
We're good.
Now, mind you, I talked to one of the dads that was there who had I think a couple daughters that were amongst the group. And he said, boy, you weren't here the first 2 nights. I said, thank God I wasn't.
Yeah, they got it all out of their system the first.
All out of their system. That's fine. All right. Time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
It's brought to you by Lena's Pizza, St. Louis's only frozen pizza made with 100% real Proval cheese. 5 weeks later, Black Panther still killing it at the box office. #1 again this weekend, another $27 million. U.S. total is now 605.4. 7th place overall, not far behind Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Worldwide, it's made $1.2 billion, which puts that in 13th place overall worldwide. Also the first movie to top the box office for 5 weeks since Avatar. I think
Avatar.
Oh, Avatar. That's it. Back in 2009.
Black Panther was a terrific movie. The best Marvel movie? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't either. I thought it was great.
Not
my fave. Not my favorite.
It's crushing it.
The new Tomb Raider opened in 2nd place, $23.5 million. The big surprise was that Christian movie, I Can Only Imagine, faith-based movie, came in 3rd, $17.1 million. So for that type of movie, yeah.
That's on the what's that band? Mercy Me. That's based on one of their songs. The true story behind one of their songs.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
I had to look it up.
The chick that plays Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider.
Yes.
And Jeff, you would dig this. Did you see the video of her working out?
I saw it, but I did not click on it.
Man.
There's a lax in judgment on my part. I apologize.
What are you doing?
I know.
Did something happen to Jeff?
I must have done something. I must have hit my head. I think I'm concussed.
Something happened to Jeff during the vacation because I don't know you.
Workout? I'll work
What is it?
out.
I don't know her name, but like, how much did she lose? She lost like 27 pounds.
Oh, that's that Alicia Vikander?
Yes.
Yeah, but they show her doing bicep curls.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right, well, I just found it, so you're going to have to give me a moment. I'll watch it after this. How's that? Okay. So you did not get a ticket yet for Avengers Infinity War,
What's her
correct?
name?
Alicia Vikander?
I'll tell you all about it.
So the tickets are flying off the shelves there for the Avengers Infinity War. It's weird that they have movie tickets on a shelf, but that's what's happening. Went on sale on Friday morning at 6 a.m. Within 6 hours, it had broken the record for fastest selling superhero movie in the first 24 hours of pre-sales. In 6 hours, it broke the 24-hour record. See what I'm saying there? In 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Broke a 24-hour record. Previously held by
Black Panther.
The Avengers.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
No and no and no.
Star Wars.
Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
I can't keep up with these things anymore. They're all great and they're all fun.
I
saw Justice League on the airplane. I can't keep up, man. I realized when I was watching Justice League, I probably missed 3 or 4 movies that had something to do with that.
See, I'm sorry to say that I saw Wonder Woman not too long ago. Thought it was good. Thought it was a little overhyped, to be honest with you.
I think you would love Justice League.
Yeah.
It was cool. I mean,
watched
half of it was a cartoon.
I watched most of Wonder Woman. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and it was I liked it. And I'm not a movie guy, and I'm not a superhero movie guy.
Yeah, it's good. And Justice League was good. I saw 3 Billboards, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, I had that downloaded for the plane ride, and I never watched it.
I watched it on the plane. I thought it was a good plane movie for me. Kept me engaged. I enjoyed it. I also saw Shape of Water, so I kind of did the.
I wanted to hop around a little bit. I don't think I was ready to settle down for just one thing on the plane ride.
What'd you do? Just episodes or something?
Yeah, comedians in cars getting coffee. Because now you can download stuff on Netflix, which is terrific, especially if you're traveling.
What comedians episodes did you watch?
Norm Macdonald, which
good one,
made me laugh out loud. Michael Richards made me laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I see? I watched the Aziz Ansari one. I thought that was
Yeah, see,
I actually shut that off.
He's not my guy. I'm not a fan.
Some of them are great, some of them are not. The Chris Rock one is incredible.
Chris Rock one was terrific.
You know what one was really good, and it brought me over as a fan, Steve Harvey. Because I was not a fan of I was not a fan of Steve Harvey until I watched that.
Yeah, I was the same. I was the same way. I'm not a Steve Harvey guy. That one was funny. I like a lot that Ricky Gervais does. His was zero funny.
Yeah.
Not cool at all.
I also watched. There's a new Netflix thing called Ugly Delicious.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but I saw it. I didn't click on it yet.
Food travels.
Yeah,
yeah.
Ooh,
it's
that
real
sounds
good.
Great.
That's funny because when I read the description, I'm like, oh, Riz will dig this one.
Oh, I dug it. I watched 2
Food
episodes.
and travel.
It was about pizza and tacos.
Nice. You have a TV on your on the plane, right? Did you have TV on the plane?
No, Southwest doesn't have that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because I got my first iPad just a few months ago, and I thought, ooh, I would use this. I'm gonna get to pick what I watch
Would you fly Delta?
on airplanes. I did fly Delta actually.
Yeah, they have the TVs in the
Yeah, they have the
headrests.
TVs in the seats, and I found that it's kind of more enjoyable for me to not take the iPad and not choose, and kind of have to choose something on there. That way, I get to see something that I otherwise would not
There's a
have
lot of
seen.
movies on there.
A lot of
Delta.
movies.
Gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
A lot of movies.
That's when I watched it on a flight back from L.A., which was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's the jam. I like that.
A show that I started watching because I just wrapped up rewatching The Office, and by a suggestion, and I can't believe I haven't been on this sooner, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Dude, that show is hysterical. You would love it, Riz.
I think I would. The episodes I've seen.
You
have been
would
terrific.
love this show.
You guys are familiar with Monty Python, and you're familiar with Terry Gilliam.
Yes,
Yeah.
director.
Yeah, director and also a vet of Monty Python, obviously.
I know what he said here because I read what he said.
Yeah.
And I know you prefaced it by, well, go ahead.
Yeah, I after I prefaced it, I was like, did he say a dumb thing, or was it dumb for him to say this? He called
I don't think he cares.
The hashtag #MeToo movement, quote, silly, and equated it with, quote, mob rule. He did concede that Harvey Weinstein and several of the accused sexual miscreants are, quote, unquote, monsters. I think some people did very well out of meeting with Harvey and others didn't, he said. Quote, the ones who did knew what they were doing. We are talking about adults with a lot of ambition. A night with Harvey, that's the price you pay. Some people paid the price, other people suffered from it, he said.
Is there any truth to that? There might be. I don't say, and I wouldn't say the Me Too movement is silly.
Right.
Because I don't think it's silly. But I think the mob rule thing I think that may be right on the money.
I just think for anybody who wants to continue to work in Hollywood, just saying this kind of stuff can start a fire.
And to his point, he's getting a lot of crap for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's mob rule. I mean,
Right.
you can't. And he went on to say about the thought police. You can't think things now.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for someone like Matt Damon, who is a decent human being. He came out and said all men are not rapists, and he got beaten to death. Come on, this is crazy.
At the onset of the Me Too movement, he was destroyed.
Yeah, that's
Matt Damon.
that's what humans do. We ruin everything, and the mob rule thing basically takes over everything that takes over pop culture. But you also have a responsibility to try not to be insensitive to the victims that are there. The 5%, the 10%, maybe the 30% or the 50% that have legitimate reasons to be in the movement or faces
Maybe
of the
one of
movement.
his friends, Terry Gilliam's friends, was wrongly accused of something. And I don't know, hypothetically.
Right.
Wrongly accused of something.
Yeah.
And had a career destroyed because of the mob rule.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming out to go, hey, man, let's take
Could
a
be.
step back.
Could be.
Yep.
Yeah. The Queen has given her official blessing for the upcoming royal wedding,
Well,
as
thank
we
God.
all know. But guess who is the latest victim of the half-naked photos posted online?
Prince Harry.
Meghan Markle.
I say Prince Harry already dealt. He's
Yeah,
been there for a while. Remember that trip in Vegas?
Yeah, but
Yeah, that was
his dingling?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
royal
The
pin.
royal dingling?
The
The
royal
royal
dingling
dingling, yeah.
with some royal randoms.
It
The
was
royal
out there.
scepter?
The royal scepter. Not sure when the photos were taken, but her face is featured and seems to be pretty legit. A site that posted the photos, that Celeb Jihad, claimed the 4 posted pictures were just a preview, and there is even more to come. So we'll see if that affects anything. Bill Hader hosted SNL over the weekend.
Wait, hang on. He's showing me Prince Harry's pictures.
Remember this? There was some
Oh, he's
random
covering
chick.
up, though.
There was more photos.
Yeah, there was like a.
Yeah, that's a
there was
TMZ picture. They
There was a
can't show
billiards
that.
game.
It's a billiards game. It's a sausage party I think he was at, wasn't it?
I don't know what they were serving.
I tuned in for the part of SNL exactly that I wanted to, and that was the Weekend Update. That's my favorite part of it, unless there's a musician on there I want to see him. Bill Hader was there. He was hosting it.
I love Bill Hader.
Man, they brought back Stefan. Stefan is that guy who gives all of the cool, fun, not necessarily you didn't know about them things to do in the city.
The underground hotspots.
Yeah, the underground hotspots. So there's a couple of
If you're drunk in Midtown doing cheap coke off your laundry card, I have just the place for you. New York's hottest club is Gadoosh, inspired by true events. This former CVS, which became a Chase Bank and then became a CVS again, has a familiar yet troubling feel, like when Larry King would play himself in a movie. This place has everything. Desk sets, key fobs, kale chips, Roman J. Israel Esquire. Plus, you can play everyone's favorite party game, The Stranger.
Now, what's The Stranger?
Do you know that Billy Joel song, The Stranger?
Yeah.
Well, it's when you sit on Billy Joel's hand until it's numb, and then you rub yourself with it.
Why does it have to be numb?
So you can pretend it's Bruce Springsteen's hand.
Oh. Best part of it is when he just cracks himself up the entire time.
Yeah. When he loses it.
Oh, so funny.
If you're Irish or just white and violent, I have the St. Patty's place for you. New York's hottest Irish club is Off to Church, Mother!
So dumb.
Nickelodeon is bringing back Clarissa Explains It All. Well, they're in early discussions for it, and oddly enough, Melissa Joan Hart is available.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she said
I'm in.
She has time.
Hey, she follows, I think, all of us on Twitter.
Hey, MJH? Are you? I'm in.
Can you? Yes.
She's been available since that show Melissa and Joey got canceled back in 2008.
Oh, she was on that?
Oh,
yeah.
Man, I forgot about that.
The original 5 seasons, 65 episodes. 5 seasons, yet only 65 episodes on Nickelodeon from 91 to 94. So she's going to be executive producing as well. And,
when did that run?
91 to 94.
Did you say that?
I believe so. I'm not sure, though. I don't listen when I talk, so it's no big deal.
I don't listen either.
Cool. Celebrity fact of the day. You ready for this?
When are we going to get the celebrity fact of the day?
Right now, as long as you're ready. Who is this? Who am I describing? He had a more interesting life before he became an actor. He was a Marine. He was a bodyguard for Howard Hughes. A ranch hand. A horse wrangler. A blacksmith. He got his start in showbiz, shoeing and riding horses in westerns.
Danny Trejo.
He was also in favor of cockfighting, which is obviously the reason why I'm doing this story. He spoke out in both Arizona and New Mexico against bills banning it, mainly because it was a violation of people's personal freedom.
Oh, he's down with cockfighting.
Yeah, he's down with cockfighting. And as a guy who liked riding horses and using hunting dogs, he was also worried it would create a slippery slope that could lead to a ban on using animals for other purposes.
What?
He also sold you on Quaker Oats.
Wilford Brimley?
And the dangers of diabetes. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer for Celebrity Fact of the Day is the one, the only.
Danny DeVito.
Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley?
That's him.
Is down with cockfighting?
He's down with
wow.
cockfighting.
Well, the things you learn on Crap on Celebrities.
Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, who would have thought? Good guy, that Wilford.
Wow.
Where the hell did that come from? Nothing happened to him, right? He's still kicking.
Yeah, he's still kicking.
All as well.
Just a Celebrity Fact of the Day, man.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
He's got diabetes, but he's all right.
That's going to be a trivia question.
He's going to be okay. On TV tonight, NBC has The Voice and ABC has American Idol. The auditions continue in L.A., Nashville, and New Orleans. And in the next Crap on Celebrities, I will have some audio of that first episode. A couple of really, really good singers.
Good singers. They don't do the bad ones anymore, do they?
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Is that back?
That's tonight. Yeah.
Wait. Is it?
Remember they said they were going to do away with that? Well, it's back because I watched and it's
called American Liars.
Is this the two first name judges? It's Katy Perry.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Katy Perry, Lionel Richard, Luke Bryan.
It was on.
Lionel Richard?
Yeah, he's
Lionel Richard.
It's very formal for the show.
It was on in the motel. I turned it on, tried to watch for about 5 minutes. It is maybe the worst, most vapid.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
Katy Perry is infuriating. Riz, you would watch it and break your
dude,
television.
it's the worst. And they turn to each other.
I heard she killed a nun, by the way.
Yeah.
Over the break.
With her bare hands.
Did you have that story?
No.
Well, I guess she's fighting with a convent in Los Angeles, and she wants to buy it, but the nuns don't want to give it up. And one of the nuns dropped dead in court.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Damn.
goodness.
Wow.
Wow, killing the clergy.
Crappy birthdays. Bruce Willis is 63. Harvey Weinstein is 66. Andy Reid, head coach of the Chiefs, is 60. Glenn Close, 71. And today's Burton birthday of the day. You may not know her name, but you know her as Honey Ryder from Dr. No. She was the first ever Bond girl. She's the blonde coming out of the water when Sean Connery hits the beach. Her real name is Ursula Andress, and she is 82 years old today.
It's my girl's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I didn't get her anything.
Yeah, no.
That's cool.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's Where Fun and Fantasy Meet, is Jandy Lynn. Today's birthday girls have been hammered harder than an Irishman in Dogtown on St. Patty's Day in 81 fine films, including Anal Acrobats, a movie called Buttman is Super Focused, also in Lesbi Asian, Sloppy, Slut and Sluttier, and who can forget her... And who can forget her unforgettable role in Check Out Those Cheek Freaks, Volume 6. Jandy Lynn is 33 years old. That's your porno birthday, your crappy birthday, and that is your crap on celebrities.
Up after the break, we got some local news. And, Sticks, I want to play a game with you after the break, right after the break. 7:17 on this Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
Time to do what I do best. Ruin it for everybody.
Coming at you.
Your Point traffic update brought to you by Ryan Kelly, thehomeloanexpert.com. Nothing to report, all good. Your Point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Victory Men's Health, the experts in low testosterone and ED, victorymenshealth.com. Today, rain and around 54 the high. Tonight, some more rain showers possible, mid-30s for the low. And right now, it is 43 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Sprint. Switch to Sprint and get the best price for unlimited. Sprint works for me. Visit a Sprint store today compared to a national carrier. Unlimited rates. Features differ.
All right, more Riz Show next. Stay there.
So, Sauce on the Side, they still have that monthly special. Even though St. Patty's Day has passed, you could celebrate all month long with the Blarney Zone. This is absolutely incredible. It's the corned beef, the pastrami, the taste of the Irish, that garlic horseradish sauce. Woo, man, that is good. So, stop by and try them for yourself right now on the downtown location, the Clayton location, the Grove location. And here's what's even cooler is the fact that you can get it delivered if you're in the area. And just go online, sauceontheside.com. They changed their website. Everything in there is very user-friendly. You could see some of the delicious items that they have. Plus, don't forget they also have salads for you as well if you're looking to go the healthy route. And if you go, none of these combinations work for me, make your own. They'll let you build your own calzone at Sauce on the Side. They use unique ingredients, the freshest of ingredients. Nothing is ever frozen. Now, the only thing frozen is their ice cream. I mean, and what they do it well, man. They really, truly do. They've been friends for over 20 years, and they know their zones. The best in the country. Try them for yourself. 3 locations, downtown Clayton or the Grove. Online, sauceontheside.com. It is Sauce on the Side.
So Dr. Huatma over at South County Urological, he told me this years ago. And yeah, I believed him, but now there's a study to back him. He said, Dr. Huatma said that during March Madness, the college basketball tournament, it's the busiest time of year for him in vasectomies. He performs more vasectomies during March than I think any other month. And here we go. According to a new University of Michigan study, the most popular time of year for men to get vasectomies is during March Madness. And one of the doctors that did the study says sporting events are a popular time for men to schedule a vasectomy because we advise them to take it easy for 2 to 3 days after the procedure. A separate study found that urologists in one health network performed 30% more vasectomies during the first week of March Madness than in an average week. So it's amazing. And it makes sense because, and this is why at South County Urological, they do the vasectomies on Fridays. Because they want you to rest over the weekend. 2 to 3 days, and you're back to work on Monday. That's the way it works. South County Urological, 314-843-8000, 314-843-8000. Quick procedure, covered by most insurances. Again, you go in on a Friday for the procedure. You rest over the weekend. You be back to work today. South County Urological, 314-843-8000, southcountyurological.com.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer, and you're listening to The Rizzuto Show. And by the way, happy birthday, Riz! Yeah! Take your shirt off. Blow a horn. Good times.
Welcome back. Our phone number, 314-969-DUDE, 314-969-3833. Cameras and chat room, 1057thepoint.com/Riz on the socials, at RIZZ Show. And your emails, rizshow1057thepoint.com. Sticks is in here.
Hello.
We're all back from vacation. So let's play a little game. I'm going to play you a clip of somebody speaking about somebody else.
Okay.
And I want you to try to figure out who they're talking about, okay?
Okay.
And if you can't get it, I'll give you some hints after. All right. Guess who this woman is talking about.
I'm like PTSDing right now because I just met. He's a living legend. I am beside myself. I wish I'd asked him to autograph my boob. What was I thinking? I even have Sharpies in my purse.
Who's she talking about?
Oh my gosh. I have no idea, but a wild guess. I'm going to say Jeff Burton.
There you go.
So your guess is Jeff Burton.
It makes sense.
All right. Are you locked in on that?
Locked in.
All right. Who's she talking about?
I'm like PTSDing right now because I just met Jeff Burton. I've been listening to him since I was 14. He's a living legend.
All right.
I
Woo,
am
we got
beside myself.
Who
I
is
wish
this person?
I'd asked him to autograph my boob. What was I thinking? I even have Sharpies in my purse.
Was that Pink? Because I
Damn it,
know she
Jeff
was just in
Burton.
town.
No, that's our buddy Chef Will Pelly's girlfriend.
Oh, that's right. We did meet the other day. Oh, man.
You could have signed her boobs.
Damn it, anyway. And I signed Chef Will's boob that night, too. Damn it, anyway.
Chef Will sent that to us last night.
That's hilarious.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I saw them at the Tin
Living
Roof.
legend.
Oh, that's so cool. That was at that
Living legend.
That was at that Jameson thing. Walked in. He was one of the first people I saw.
The video's funny.
Oh yeah, she's smoking a cigarette, like distraught in her car.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well,
you'll never get that opportunity again, buddy.
Oh, one-time thing, huh?
One-time thing. That's it.
Yeah, Will says you're not allowed to come even close to her anymore. Like, you
I
have to
think
be
there's
at
a
least
100 yards thing now. Good guess, Sticks. Look at you.
Man, well done. Well, I'm honored.
It was funny when you played that. Jeff looked at her, and Jeff pointed, and he goes, "It's me." And I was like,
"It was you."
Damn it!
Oh my
it
God,
is.
it is. Holy cow! Well, thanks, man. That made my day.
Ah, why'd you have to play it?
Oh, now he's got a big head.
No, I'm having a good time over here, and he doesn't want me to have a good time. I guess I don't know.
All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Club Fitness.
So let's do some local news. It was a busy weekend in the city for shootings.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because of St. Patty's and the parades.
Well, no. I mean, Saturday, St. Patrick's Day. Let's focus on Saturday, okay?
All right.
Saturday, 7 people shot, 6 separate shootings.
Oh, my.
Just Saturday night.
Gosh.
Jesus, man.
2 were killed. 4 of the shootings were in North City. 2 were in South City. First shooting was just before 5 p.m. in the 4500 block of McMillan Avenue in North City. 23-year-old guy shot in the neck. He died. Suspect in custody. Second shooting, also in North City, in the 5000 block of Beacon Avenue just before 7. 16-year-old boy shot in the neck. He'll be okay. The third shooting, and these are always the ones that freak me out. Around 8:30, a guy was driving near the intersection of Kings Highway and Natural Bridge, hit by a stray bullet.
Oh, man.
Those are the ones that always freak me out.
Just sitting there in your car minding your own business.
I worked with a guy at Finish Line who was driving down, I believe it was Lindbergh. This was, years ago. Unfortunately, this guy's passed, but years ago he was driving down Lindbergh, and a guy in a gang thought his car was a rival gang member's car, and just pop on the side of the car,
God.
shot him twice in the leg.
Oh my God!
It's just a random guy, Craig. Oh man, right in the leg.
Luckily, this guy will be okay. Gosh, it was a graze wound. Police are investigating. A man and a woman were victims in the 4th shooting in South City around 10:30, 3900 block of South Broadway during an attempted robbery. 37-year-old woman shot in the ear, and the man was shot in the knee. The 5th shooting happened at 11 p.m. in the 5100 block of Gilmore Avenue in North City. 35-year-old woman shot in the head. Cops say she was breathing and conscious when they got to her. And the 6th shooting on Saturday night happened in South City in the 4500 block in Nebraska. 30-year-old man shot and killed around 11:20. So that's all within 6.5 hours. Saturday night. A guy walking on some Metrolink tracks in Fairview Heights was hit by a train on Saturday. The guy didn't have any ID on him. May have been homeless. Authorities don't know who he is. This was just east of the Fairview Heights station. The train was going westbound when he was hit just before 8 p.m. on Saturday. And there's a fence surrounding that portion of the track, so cops are trying to figure out why the guy was on the tracks in the first place. There were people on the train, by the way. Nobody was hurt.
Boy, could you imagine being on Metrolink when it hit somebody like that? I cannot imagine. Especially if you see it coming. Holy cow.
A house in Dittmer. That's in Jeffco? Dittmer?
I believe so.
A house in Dittmer was broken into, and there is, just thousands of dollars worth of stuff missing. I'm talking appliances. I'm talking collectibles to the tune of over $67,000. And the stuff was stolen from the house in the 7,000 block of Dittmer Ridge Road. And the burglary happened sometime between February 16th and March 2nd. I'm assuming the guy was away on vacation. And this is obviously the nightmare for when you're on vacation and you come back and you're cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happened to this guy. The homeowner said when he got home on March 2nd, the front door was off its hinges.
That is not a good start.
And the things they took, and look up 7,000 block of Dittmer Ridge Road. I want to see if it's a rural area, if there's not many houses there. I do like a Google image, Google.
Of what's the road?
The 7,000 block of Dittmer Ridge Road.
They talking about front door or back door?
Like a Google satellite thing.
Yeah.
It said front door off its hinges.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's kind of out there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
and it's off the road.
Yeah, so you have to go back there.
Ooh, this sounds like somebody that he knows.
Like knew he was out of town.
Somebody that knew he was out of town, or
let me tell you what
told somebody.
Let me tell you what was stolen.
These are all homes where once you turn into the driveway, it's a good 45 seconds before you get to the house. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because you need a moving truck for this stuff. The stuff that was stolen. Again, $67,000 worth of stuff. A dryer, a couch, a love seat, a treadmill, a bathroom vanity, an air conditioning unit, a rifle, a DVD player, golf club set, jewelry, books, action figures, comic books. I mean, you need a truck to get all this. This is moving. You need a moving truck.
A treadmill and all the laundry that was hanging on it. Because people don't really use treadmills.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I guarantee you this is something.
Thank you, Jeff, and thanks for picking him up on that one.
This is probably something that, like, maybe this guy was in the process of moving, or like had mentioned, hey, I'm moving, or hey, business has got me going to Florida.
No, or I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, or something. So I'm heading out. I'll be out for a while, and then somebody comes up 2 days after this guy's gone and goes, yeah, business kept him out, or he's gone, and I'm just here to get the stuff out of here.
Hey, it also could be somebody posting something on social media saying I'm going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Florida for a week and a half.
Yeah. I'm in Russia for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. 7,000 block of Dittmer. Okay. I could literally pull the truck up to the house, load it up, and nobody will be the wiser. That's crazy. $67,000 worth of stuff.
Is Dittmer a smaller community, do we know? I know you talked about how it's very rural, but I wonder if there's only X amount of thousand of people there. You would think somebody would go, hey, I know Steve. He's out of town. Why is that guy taking his...
You could have done it in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I guess so.
Pulled up to the house? If there's no houses around there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A brother and sister team from North City accused of planning and carrying out a carjacking last Wednesday. Parents must be real proud. 23-year-old Antoine Dorsey and his sister, 27-year-old Antoinette Dorsey. This is Antoine and Antoinette.
That is
both
really
charged with first-degree robbery.
A lot of thought into those names.
Antoinette also charged with armed criminal action. So they went to the Joe K. used cars lot on Manchester and asked about a 2012 Dodge Charger. And the salesman took the two of them for a ride. And the brother and sister team said, hey, can you drive by our apartment? We're just going to grab our IDs because we want to buy the car. All right, no problem. Let's swing by the apartment. No problem. I'll wait in the car. So they get to the apartment. Antoinette gets out, and another person pulls up in a separate Volvo, points a gun at the salesman, tells him to get out of the car, which he did. The Volvo took off, and Antoine drove off with the Charger. And he wound up crashing and flipping the car on 44 near Grand. And he ran from the scene, but a witness got a photo of him. Another witness called the cops and pointed out the direction he ran, and police were able to grab him. Antoinette's wallet and ID were left behind in the wrecked Charger, making it real easy for the cops to find and arrest her at the Mensa meeting.
That always cracks me up. The original, just the names. Yeah. Antoinette, and 4 years later they have a boy. And what do you want to name her? And what do you want to name him? Antoine. And that works.
With that. They're still looking for the guy in the Volvo.
What about the driver? The original driver.
Antoine, yes, they got him.
Oh, they did.
They got him when he ran because a witness said he ran that way.
Oh, okay. So they got him.
And then Antoinette's wallet was left behind in the car.
Jeez, man.
But they're still looking for the Volvo guy. And you know what? How about the used car lot now as a totaled car?
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And that sucks. Well, I saw this story while we were away, and the anger as somebody who has young kids, and to see these two monsters mugshots. I think the woman's got a beard.
Mm-hmm.
You see this, Six?
Yeah, I did. I know exactly what you're talking about and haven't even read the story.
A woman from Barnhart, 29-year-old Heather McDormand, arrested last Monday after cops say she took pictures of an 11-year-old girl inside the bathroom at the South County Mall and then shared the pictures with 28-year-old Zachary Hamby. So Heather was busted snapping the photos in one of the bathroom stalls. I'm not sure where exactly it was inside the mall.
I'm assuming by the food court because that's where all the sketch people like to hang out.
Yeah.
So.
Jeff, is that true? And here's the thing. She admitted to police that she had done this a bunch of times throughout the area and shared the pictures with Zachary. She's disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, she is.
And he's got a very punchable face.
Yeah, he does.
Like a very punchable face. And during both their interrogations, it gets better. They admitted to also sexually abusing a 4-year-old boy.
Great.
And police think there are more victims, so if you know anything, please call the St. Louis County Police. These two monsters should never see the light of day.
Agreed.
Ever. It's disgusting. Just a shame.
And you look at her picture, and just what a gross pig of a human. I don't care what your excuse is.
There is no excuse for this.
Oh, but he told me to do it.
Okay, who cares?
You have the right to say no.
And how about this one? This is semi-local. Russell Bucklew is scheduled to be executed tomorrow evening for killing a former girlfriend's new boyfriend back in 1996. Russell's 49, and his lawyer said that he faces a potentially, quote-unquote, gruesome and painful execution because of some kind of rare medical condition he has. And he was actually moments away from execution back in 2014 when the U.S. Supreme Court stopped it. Now, he suffers from something called cavernous, I'm going to try to say this.
Hemangioma. Is that it?
Hemangioma.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go with
done,
that.
guys. Way to go.
So whatever that is, it causes weakened and malformed blood vessels and blood-filled tumors in his nose and in his throat. And his lawyer says that 4 years later, his condition has worsened. So a panel of the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals has already refused to stop the execution. An appeal and stay request are pending before the U.S. Supreme Court, and the lawyer also asked for clemency from the governor. Now, the appeal goes into what could happen during the lethal injection. Now, I'm going to tell you what this guy did at the end. I'll tell you what this guy did to warrant the death penalty at the end. So I don't know if you see any sympathy here. So again, this is what could happen tomorrow during the lethal injection. The tumors in his nose and throat could rupture and bleed. And as he struggles to breathe through the execution procedure, he would choke on his own blood. And his appeal also said that if the execution is carried out, the state should use the gas chamber, which Missouri law still lists as an option.
Wow.
But the state doesn't have a gas chamber and hasn't used that method since 1965. So here's what this guy did back in 1996. And let's see if you have any sympathy for what could potentially happen when they put this man to death. So he was angry at his girlfriend for leaving him and moving in with a guy named Michael Sanders when he tracked her down at Michael's house in Cape Girardeau. He killed him in front of the girlfriend, her 2 daughters, and his 2 sons, then attacked the girlfriend, drove her to a secluded area, and raped her. After a state trooper spotted Russell's car, he shot at the trooper, but missed. He later escaped from jail, hid in the house of his ex-girlfriend's mother, and beat her with a hammer.
Jesus.
Oh, my goodness.
Nope, let's just go ahead and injection as scheduled.
Let's roll the dice and see what happens.
Let's see if he maybe suffers just a bit. That'd be okay.
Oh, well.
You know what you could do? If this is too gruesome for him, you can give him the option of going through what he put his victims through instead. We could do that.
What are the options?
Choke on something else.
What are the other options?
I think in this
as far
state,
as Missouri?
it's lethal injection or gas chamber.
And that's it.
I think that's it.
Should maybe 12 gauge be the third option?
Oh, I think that should.
Unfortunately, that's not.
I think if you're going to have the death penalty, then it should be an executioner with one rifle, and you put it to his heart, and that's it.
I think they have that in Utah.
No, I think they should do.
I think they still have the firing squad in Utah.
Yeah, but the firing squad, that's again, that's humans trying to skirt the responsibility, because with firing squad, I think there's one.
There's
one person has a live
There's
round.
one bullet, and everybody else has blanks.
But nobody knows which one has it.
Yeah.
That's so you, as an executioner, don't have to feel like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't me. Maybe I didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying?
So what's that matter? I mean,
I'm saying if we as people want to vote for capital punishment, we should be able to then administer it. And I think the majority of the ways that we do it these days are sort of like skirting the onus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, this is, with the lethal injection, you know who's doing it. There's a guy that pressed the button.
I think they should just put the guy in the room and they should just roll the grenade in.
Cool with
the
that.
grenade room.
The grenade room.
To the grenade room. Yes.
So you just stand there. He's just there, and he's like, "Huh, man, gas chamber, huh? This is gonna suck." And the guy goes,
Tink,
"Grenade!"
Tink, tink.
And what they should do is a takeoff on the execution squad is 5 live grenades and 1 not live grenade.
Yeah, 5. No. Even better. 4 of those smoke bombs that look like grenades, and then 1 real grenade. It's just all smoke. And I guess this is ridiculous. And then goodbye.
What are you guys gonna do? Make me cough to death? Done.
I thought we did. Oh no, maybe it was Texas. Wasn't there a hanging like 10 years ago? 10 or 15. I mean, not.
I think a guy may have wanted one. They were like, "No, we're not doing that."
I want to say it was all over the news. It was like the national news, but I guess it wasn't Missouri. I think it was Texas did a hanging.
That sounds like Texas.
Within the last couple of decades.
That's so Texas. Isn't it, guys?
So Texas. Or maybe
so Texas. So sounds like.
So
Texas.
we have a gas chamber.
We don't have one. That's the thing. It's legal.
Oh, it's.
But we don't have one in the state.
Interesting. So that's on the books.
It's on the books.
But we don't have a.
Listen, also, marrying somebody 15 years old is on the books too in this state.
You use the grenade room, I guess.
The grenade room.
The grenade room.
Wow, that's so funny.
First
It says
of all,
here,
what
like,
a mess.
You got to have one guy with the hose. I mean,
You
he gets paid
power
well.
The whole
He gets
room.
paid
You
well.
power wash.
He gets paid well. If you look up like,
That's a power wash scenario.
Missouri capital punishment laws, like it says, that Missouri is one of only 6 states that still offers the gas chamber, but unfortunately, so like an inmate could say, "Hey, I want the gas chamber instead of lethal injection," but unfortunately, there are no working gas chambers in Missouri. So it's like
You know what it is? It's going to a restaurant and going, "You want fries or a salad?" Nobody picks the salad.
No.
It's always fries.
Yeah.
It's like nobody picks the gas chamber.
But when somebody does, I go, "Oh, actually, I'm sorry, we don't even have that."
Yeah. Here's what you can do.
Just offer it to him. He's not going to take it.
Nobody's asked for the salad in a long time.
Here's what you could do. You want to use our phone? That's fine. You can use our phone. It costs you $5, or you can use the payphone out back. There's no payphone out back. Looks like you're using this phone and give us $5. Like, I mean, there is no getting around this. You can't pick the other option. It's there for you to pick, but you can't because there is none.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
I guess the gas chamber salesman has to visit Missouri. Who's covering Missouri for the gas chamber company?
Yeah, I don't feel bad for this guy. He probably should have thought of that before he murdered this guy in front of his family.
Yeah. The chat room is saying that the last legal hanging was in Delaware in 1996.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I remember it was a big deal.
Delaware.
Dude, it was a huge deal. Because
I always say that so sounds like Delaware.
It really
I want to say
that's such a Delaware thing.
They didn't show it, but they showed the door and the noose coming down prior to like where it would happen, and it was almost like a tunnel room type thing.
I read an article a long time ago. This was a few years back, where they said that an inmate on death row, it was his wishes that he wanted this, and they of course denied him. But he said what he wanted was, so on the day of his execution, he wanted to be put in the yard. Like, okay, 9 a.m., get in the yard. And he goes, at some point, he just wanted to be sniped. Just never wanted to know.
Oh my God.
Just he wanted to, and just he would be out there, and like he's got a basketball, and he takes a shot, and then night.
Just from one of the guards.
Yep.
Just
Could be at 9:02. Could be at,
here's the
could
thing.
be at 2:30.
Give some Marines some target practice.
No, you don't get to choose.
Yeah.
You don't get to choose. It's not up to you anymore.
What a great plot for a movie, though.
What a great real or fake punishment, by the way.
What,
Death penalty?
Dodge the sniper?
I was saying, like, you take inmates and you just put them in the desert, and then we go, all right, see ya.
That's very, like, Aztec-y.
Yeah.
Death penalty. Oh, man.
The snipe game.
That's one of you gets a death penalty.
Guys, so it's either walk home from work or gas chamber. You guys
We'll have to
decide.
do it across the river.
All right, more news after the break. It's 7:50 on this Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here's Patrico.
Okay, all right. Now, do you prefer Fatty or Miss Boombalatti?
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. Right now, we've got just a couple things to report. There's debris in the road eastbound 44 right before Hampton. That's blocking the left lane. Also, some slow traffic northbound 55 at Weber. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray. Today, rain and around 50 for the high. Tonight, some more rain showers possible. Mid-30s for the low, and right now it's 43 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Account Temps. Demand for top talent is at an all-time high. Account Temps can help you find highly skilled temporary accounting and finance professionals who fit your needs and hit the ground running. Account Temps, a Robert Half company. Nothing but amazing things to say about the team over at SSM Health Weight Management Services, the team of Dr. Morales and Dr. Wheeler. On Monday, 1 week ago today, I had my the gastric sleeve surgery, and the results are absolutely amazing.
You know, all you have to do is listen to the beginning of this show, like podcast the beginning of the show, if you missed it.
Yeah.
I mean, you broke it down.
Yeah, I broke down every single thing that you need to know, and just to let you know that there are different options. The sleeve is not like the only option they have. There's non-surgical options. There's different types of surgery that you can take advantage of. And listen, the team over there, Dr. Morales, Dr. Wheeler, the SSM Health Weight Management Services team, they want to make sure that you have a healthier you in 2018. If you missed at the beginning of the show, I am just under 50 pounds lost already, which is absolutely incredible.
I thought he was Nick Lachey when he first walked out.
I was like, where's Tony?
So go online, ssmhealthweightmanagement.com. Give them a call, 314-344-6800. Speak with one of the weight loss care team members. I know a bunch of people have already reached out, and then they reach out to me to get some information and stuff. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. You can even join them for a free informational seminar. Learn about it first, and then get on the path to get a healthier you. 314-344-6800, and speak to one of the weight loss care team members over at SSM Health Weight Management Services.
It's the Rizzuto Show on 105.7 The Point.
So while we were away on break, Professor Stephen Hawking died. Was that Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday night? I think we learned of the news. 76 years old. I mean, the fact that he made it to 76 with ALS is amazing.
What was the original diagnosis? A couple of years?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
And he was diagnosed when he was 21?
Yeah, early 20s.
Early 20s.
And they said, you got 2 years, man, if you're lucky.
Well, I mean, it goes to show you that when you have the best care in the world, which he did, your chance of going that long increases, dramatically. Not everybody has access to the care that he had.
Right.
But to last that long with ALS, which is a death sentence, I wonder what I wonder what the percentage is of people diagnosed with ALS who last 5 years. It can't be that high. Because I think that's a disease that could either go quick or go quick to a point, then stall.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't much.
20% of people with ALS live 5 years.
Wow. And he lived 50-some-odd years. I don't know if you guys were a fan or not. But, I mean, one of the greatest minds, huh?
Oh, yeah.
In modern times. Legendary physicist. Very much a downer.
Yeah.
Very much a downer. You hear about Stephen Hawking's final warning to humanity?
No.
Stephen Hawking's final warning to humanity. He says, or he said, that we have to leave Earth in the next 200 years if we want to survive. If humanity wants to survive, we need to skedaddle. We need to dip off the Earth. And he gives his reasons. He believed if our species had any hope of survival, future generations would need to forge a new life in space. And he goes through the different scenarios. I don't know if this is very profound or not, because he basically lays out every type of scenario there could be.
Just covering all the bases.
He's just covering all the bases. I don't know if that's very profound or not, but he says climate change, that could be one reason we need to leave. One of his main fears for the planet was global warming. He said one day Earth will be 860 degrees, like Venus, like the planet Venus, if we don't cut greenhouse gas emissions. He said, next time you meet a climate change denier, tell him take a trip to Venus. I'll pay the fare. He also said that President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement has doomed our planet. He also said, asteroid strikes. He said if global warming doesn't wipe us out, he said Earth will be destroyed by an asteroid strike. He said this is not science fiction. It is guaranteed by the laws of physics and probability. I'm telling you, man, big-time downer, this Stephen Hawking guy.
Yeah.
I don't see it that way.
What?
Hey, man, if a theoretical physicist is crunching the data and he has data that's suggesting something and he says that doesn't mean he's a downer necessarily.
I'm a bury head in the sand guy. You know that. That's why I went to Mexico, to my head in the sand. Next up, AI could replace humans.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. He said that artificial intelligence will soon reach a level where it will be a new form of life that will overperform and outperform humans. He said, the genie's out of the bottle. I fear that AI may replace humans altogether. If people design computer viruses, somebody will design an AI that improves and replicates itself. This will be the new form of life that outperforms humans. He said the AI apocalypse was impending and, quote, some form of government would be needed to control the technology.
Wow.
And he said human aggression. He said the human failing I would most like to correct is aggression. It may have had survival advantage in caveman days to get more food, territory, or a partner with whom to reproduce, but now it threatens to destroy us all. Next up, aliens. Zantani, he covered all the bases. I don't know how profound this was. He basically ran through every scenario.
After this, he's like aliens. And then finally he's like, train going across the U.S. with nuclear waste that's going to explode in each of the different quadrants of the states. You're dead, everybody.
He said if we ever find aliens, they would probably wipe us out. As I grow older, I'm more convinced than ever that we are not alone. And he says one day we might get a signal from a planet, but we should be wary of answering back. Meeting an advanced civilization could be like Native Americans encountering Columbus. That didn't turn out so well. Am I right, guys?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you missed the very last one. It says also beware of Gru from Minions. He says that's real.
Covered all the bases.
Does he say anything about is it GIF or GIF by chance?
He didn't. I didn't read that.
The creator says it's GIF.
Damn it.
Yeah.
And overpopulation. He says we face awesome environmental challenges, climate change, food production, overpopulation, the decimation of other species, epidemic disease, acidification of the oceans. And he warned that humans could not survive another 1,000 years on fragile Earth. We need to get out. That's his final warning to humanity.
We need to get out, huh?
We need to piece off this Earth. You guys better figure it out. Because I'm going with you.
Thanks for scaring the crap out of us there, Steve.
Boy, I'm just reading this. Another local story. A former school finance official accused of stealing thousands from Marquette and their high school band. How low? Anna Munson, 45 years old, charged with receiving stolen property. And she's accused of withdrawing at least $17,000 as a volunteer treasurer for the Marquette High School Band Boosters.
Dang.
Timmy needs a new tuba. Not anymore.
Nope.
I guess she resigned from her job as a CFO with the Columbia, Missouri public schools. I don't see how you could get away with that. Or how you could think you'd get away with that. Is it a snowball thing? Like I'll take a little here.
Oh, yeah. She probably intended on like, oh well.
I'll pay it back.
Oh, but it was so easy. I could do just one more time.
And next thing you know, it balloons to $17,000.
Well, at the same time, if she's the one that's the treasurer that's keeping the books, she could take $5,000, but still on the books say that there's $5,000.
Oh, look at
in
you
there.
having it all figured out. Red flag. Anybody ever seen Cirque du Soleil?
No. Oh, you did though, right?
I saw that Cirque du Soleil O in Vegas at the Bellagio.
Right.
A couple of years ago. I saw the Beatles' Love Cirque du Soleil back in October.
So is there,
when I was in Vegas.
Is there an OG Cirque du Soleil? Is that the tour?
Well, there's different kinds. There's different variations of the show.
Yeah, he's what he's asking is there like you know how he's asking if there's the OG CSI, and then there's CSI New York, CSI Miami. Is there a Cirque du Soleil that is CSI, like the main one?
I don't think so. I
so
think
there's all branches
There's
now.
different things under the Cirque du Soleil umbrella.
But they tour. There's like the residency ones in Vegas and LA and what have you, and then there's
touring
a touring one.
Yeah, they were here maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought somebody invited me and I was out of town.
And every time I've seen them, it's been terrific. And some of the things they do are amazing.
I've heard that I would love it.
Amazing feats of humanity.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it in Vegas. It is pretty crazy.
Well, a performer died on Saturday night after falling.
Oh, no.
During a performance in Tampa. He was performing this guy some new routine in which he and his partner were swinging on ropes, holding on with one hand. He lost his grip and fell to the stage. I think there's video, too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He died after being taken to the hospital.
I don't know if you just said this, but I believe when he fell right on his head.
Ugh.
Oh, my gosh.
You know there's inherent danger when you do that, when you do those kind of stunts. So you got a wife and 2 daughters you left behind.
God, that sucks.
I think that's the second one in the past maybe 5 or 10 years.
Oof.
Well, I guess it wasn't Cirque du Soleil. Wasn't there another one? Some guy just died. Oh, no, I think it was a concert, right? He was up in a box, and the bottom of the box fell out.
Oh, Jesus, no.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you do. I thought we talked about it. This is only like 6 months ago. I think it was, I want to say it was like a festival or a concert, and this guy was doing a thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
it was
vaguely. Was it a rapper?
I don't know, but he was like doing this chain routine or something, hanging on a chain in a box, and the bottom of the box fell out. And this guy, there were thousands of people all videoing this one guy. It was bad.
Yeah.
But I guess that wasn't Cirque du Soleil, because I never hear anything about them getting hurt or injured.
No, and they do some crazy things.
Yeah, they do.
A 21-year-old guy was kicked out of a British nightclub on Saturday, and he retaliated by driving his car right through it. 13 people treated for injuries, including broken bones. And they're thinking more people were hurt but left before being attended to. And the man was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, and he is in custody. And they're not treating the whole thing like a terror attack, just an a-hole who was angry for getting kicked out. While we were away, I guess there were a couple incidents of pets on United Airlines flights. I guess the biggest one was there was a flight attendant. And maybe, Sticks, you know about these stories? Horrible. There was one flight attendant who told a woman who was carrying her pet on board, she had to put the pet in the pet carrier in the overhead.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got to their destination, the pet was dead.
Whoa.
And they said it was barking the whole flight. And nobody even bothered to look.
What's happening then? I mean, nobody can hear that?
I don't know. If let's say you are a dog owner and you had smaller dogs that could fit in the pet carriers. And a flight attendant said, you need to put your pet in the overhead. Wouldn't you get off the flight?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you go, nah?
My first thought is, why didn't you tell me this before now? Because if I'm bringing a dog onto the plane, somebody should have known.
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do anyway.
I don't think so either. I'm sure there's some sort of rule with the size of the dog or something, but still. You'd think this would be a discussion beforehand.
Or did somebody else on the plane hear what was going on and not speak up? Or you hear the dog barking, dying basically.
But yeah, and here's another thing too. If I'm sitting on a plane and my dog is up in the overhead thing and it's barking and it's obviously in duress, are there people around me that are going, hey, dude, it's okay. We're okay with it, a flight attendant. Can he bring his dog down before it dies? We're okay with that.
Sometimes these flight attendants and captains have like a hairpin trigger, like you are off the flight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people are afraid of getting thrown off flights now.
Yeah.
Guess so.
Like if I put up any kind of fight, you're off. So that was one incident on a United Airlines flight, and that was last week. There was something else that happened. I think a dog was put on a plane, the wrong plane, went to Japan accidentally, and they had to take a private plane to fly the dog back.
Whoa.
Now, there's a third one, a third pet-related mishap. This happened on Thursday. After the puppy that died in the overhead bin, another dog accidentally sent to Japan. During a flight from Newark, Jersey, to St. Louis, flight attendants realized there was a dog in the hold that didn't belong there. And the animal was supposed to be on a flight to Akron, Ohio. And at least 33 passengers were on the flight that was then diverted to Akron to drop the dog off. So he's supposed to go nonstop from Newark to St. Louis. And the captain's got to come on the loudspeaker and go, hey, we have a dog on board that's not supposed to be here, so we're going to make a quick stop off here in Akron.
No big deal.
No big
10
deal.
Minutes. Just 10 minutes.
Oops. The passengers received an undisclosed amount of compensation for the diversion. And the airline noted that it chose the fastest option to reunite the dog with its family. Boy, this blew up over the weekend. A ski lift in the country of Georgia malfunctioned and started going backwards at a high speed. And you have to see this video. And
It's
Sticks,
insane.
if you would, please post this on all the socials.
It's incredible.
Some skiers were thrown off the chairs while others jumped as they approached the ground. Nobody was killed, which is crazy.
Nope.
When you watch this video.
I don't think there was there
11
any
people were hurt.
Yeah, but I didn't see any serious.
Nothing really serious.
Which is unbelievable.
At least one person still in the chair when they started piling up, like one. Because I think so. Not everybody got out before the chairs started hitting.
So if
each
you've ever
other,
been
right?
skiing, the ski lift, you get on, it takes you up the mountain. But this somehow started going backwards.
At 104 miles an hour.
Flying. Zoom in.
It was on every comedy Instagram there was. I mean,
Knowing that nobody was killed, it's funny to watch.
Yes.
And there are people that jump off, and there are people like, I'm going to ride this out, see what happens.
Let's just see.
It's got to stop any second now.
I want to get closer to that pile of chairs down there before I jump.
And as it's going so fast, the chairs are hitting the ground and kind of piling up. And once one chair hits another, people are being thrown off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a crazy video.
It's wild.
And finally, here's a story we missed while we were away last week, and you may have seen the picture. A woman was busted for DUI on her wedding day in Arizona.
You got it, baby.
Actually on her way to her wedding, in her wedding dress.
She is a keeper.
Did you see the picture?
Reversed the order.
There is a picture to go along with her arrest. It shows her cuffed up against a police cruiser. And the woman's name is Amber Young, and that picture made the rounds on social media.
Classy, baby.
She was busted, by the way, after her involvement in a 3-car crash. Well, now she's disputing the whole story. Now, take a look at that picture.
Yeah.
Her lawyer said that she was arrested on her way to meet a friend for lunch, not to a wedding. And her lawyer says that Amber isn't engaged, and she wasn't wearing a wedding dress. She was wearing a sundress.
Get
the f*** out of here.
I could see it.
No way. That's not a sundress.
I could see it.
Look at her.
If that dress, if that dress is,
Moon, look at the picture.
I'm looking at it.
If that dress is yellow, it's a sundress.
That's a gown. That's a wedding gown.
That is a sundress.
It's not the greatest wedding gown, if that's.
That is for sure a sundress.
We're not talking like a Vera Wang, $20,000 wedding gown.
That I have seen that. If you've seen that,
there's no veil or anything.
If you've seen this like in like a white blue with Riz, that means nothing, man. You see this in light blue with this here being dark blue. That's a dress that
Sticks,
I see a chick wearing
is that a sundress?
at Point Fest.
What is she saying?
Yeah,
That's not a sundress.
I got to see the front. I mean, that could pass.
Well, if she lists her dress, did she have a garter on? That could tell us something.
Here's what I say. If that's a wedding dress, okay, coming from a guy that's DJ'd 1,000 weddings, if I see that as a wedding dress, I go, damn, that's a cheap-ass wedding dress.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, you may be doing things on a budget.
I would say that you could get away with that as not a wedding dress.
Well, a spokesman for the police department is calling total BS on the lawyer calling BS. Body camera video from the arrest shows Amber telling the officers, yeah, she was on her way to get married.
Okay, then.
And said that, yes, she was wearing a wedding dress.
I was going to say, didn't she actually say, yes, it's a wedding dress?
She even gave the time and location of the ceremony.
And did that check out?
I'm sure some detective work could really solve the case. But Amber's lawyer says that the police posted the picture for laughs and to ridicule Amber. She's now the DUI bride, which is funny.
It is.
But sure looks like a wedding dress to me. But
how many of those have you worn, Riz?
Thank God only one, Jeff. All right, that's your news brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Sports headline Who's after the break. It is 8:19 on this Monday. Another look at your traffic and weather. Here is Patrico.
I do not say this enough. You are a douchebag.
Coming at you.
Your point traffic update, that being brought to you by Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. One thing to report, southbound 270 at 44, earlier accident. It's now cleared, but still causing some issues. Your point forecast from Fox 2's Dave Murray, brought to you by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the very best in fences, decks, patios, and sunrooms. Today, rain today and around 50 for the high. Tonight, some more rain showers possible, mid-30s for the low. Right now, it is 44 downtown at Union Station. Traffic and weather sponsored by Walgreens. Walgreens has your trusted favorites in cosmetics, skincare, and hair care, plus new premium and exclusive beauty products. Stop by and find what makes you feel beautiful.
Are you paying too much for your mortgage? Maybe you are. Have you considered refinancing? I mean, you're leaving money on the table. You could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. Hundreds of dollars a month on the table. Have you picked up the phone and called Kevin Putney? Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team? He's not going to call you. You call him. It's really simple. 314-862-0123. 314-862-0123. Rates are still incredible. But the window's closing to refinance and lock in a great rate. Save money. How about taking your 30-year down to a 15? Paying off that house early. Or if you're looking to buy a home this spring. The St. Louis market, as far as housing goes, there's going to be not a lot of homes for sale, but a lot of buyers. So if you're selling a house, great. I mean, you're in good shape. But if you're looking to buy a home, you want to call Kevin, get yourself qualified and approved, lock in a great rate, know how much house you could afford, and this way when you find that dream home, you're ready to go. You are financed, you're good. You got that note saying, here, I want this house. Because it could be a line of people wanting that house. You don't want to lose it. Call Kevin before you even call the realtor. I've used him. Patrico's used